War had never frightened the Galactic Empire.
They had conquered worlds whose volcanic storms melted armor, subdued species that communicated through acid clouds, and crushed rebellions that spanned entire star clusters. Fear was a weapon they wielded, brutal, efficient, absolute. But there was one thing they did fear, though they never admitted it.
Earth. Not the planet itself. Not the oceans or weather or predators.
No, what the Empire feared was the stories about Earth. Quiet rumors that drifted on smuggler channels, whispers traded in dark starports, tales told between bounty hunters who refused jobs that even hinted at the Sol system. The Empire dismissed these stories as superstition, as myth,
until they made a fatal mistake. Until they sent assassins to Earth. Until humanity unleashed the Boogeyman.
1. The Failed Quiet War. Lord Zirad Vess, imperial strategist of the Obsidian Spire, stood within the Empire's war chamber staring at a hologram of Earth. He was a creature of razor-thin limbs and translucent skin, a species bred specifically for calculation and cruelty.
His voice thrummed like vibrating glass.
Earth is a resource-rich anomaly. Human expansion is accelerating faster than projections. Neutralizing their leadership now will save the Empire centuries of conflict. Around him, imperial nobles clicked mandibles in agreement. The Empire's intelligence claimed humans were primitive, politically fragmented, poorly defended.
A perfect target.
Deploy the Shadow Claws, Zirad ordered.
Gasps rippled through the chamber.
The Shadow Claws were the Empire's deadliest assassins, 6 elite operatives capable of killing in 8 dimensions of combat, trained to infiltrate planetary capitals without leaving a footprint.
Sending all 6 was unprecedented.
Human leadership will be eliminated within 10 hours, the commander of the Claws promised.
Zirad nodded. Good.
Burn their traces.
Leave Earth divided.
The Empire will consume what remains. But Zirad's confidence was about to be shattered, because the Shadow Claws mission report would never arrive.
Only a single message returned.
A distorted audio file containing 7 seconds of screaming.
2. Wiped out in the dark.
3 days later, a battered Imperial scout vessel limped back to the Obsidian Spire. Only 1 passenger survived, a badly injured xenotechnician who had monitored the operation from orbit.
He trembled violently as he was brought before Lord Zirad.
Speak, Zirad commanded. The technician collapsed to his knees.
My lord, we miscalculated.
Humans, they are not what we believed. What happened to the assassins? They were intercepted, the technician choked. All 6.
Simultaneously. That is impossible, Zirad hissed. No species can track Shadow Claws. Their stealth is perfect. The technician looked up with haunted eyes.
Humanity has someone who can.
A whisper fluttered through the chamber.
Explain.
A single human. One individual. He found them. Hunted them. Killed them.
Laughter broke out, but died instantly when the technician continued. My lord, he knew their names,
their tactics,
their hiding places.
He predicted every escape route.
He moved like something not bound by normal biology.
Zirad stepped closer, voice cold.
What is this human's designation?
The technician swallowed hard. They call him the Boogeyman. The room fell silent.
And for the first time in decades, Lord Zirad felt something unfamiliar.
A pulse of fear.
3. Earth reacts. Meanwhile, on Earth, deep beneath an unmarked military installation in the Rockies, Commander Jenna Hale marched down a secure corridor toward the containment chamber.
Is he awake? She asked. A guard nodded nervously.
He's always awake. Inside the chamber sat a man in a plain black shirt, hands clasped loosely, posture relaxed.
A normal man by every metric. Except he wasn't.
This was Agent Nathan Cross, call sign Nightmare.
The most dangerous human asset ever born.
A combat prodigy whose instincts bordered on precognition. Cross didn't guess enemy movements. He felt them. His brain processed combat like other people breathed air.
He was humanity's answer to the monsters in the dark.
And he had just killed 6 of the galaxy's deadliest assassins, without breaking a sweat.
Hale entered.
Cross, the Empire knows you exist now.
Cross didn't look up. Good. The Empire won't stop. They'll retaliate. He finally raised his eyes. They were calm. Too calm.
That's why you're here, Commander. To tell me what's next.
Hale exhaled.
Earth wants to send a message. We don't start wars. But we sure as hell finish them.
Cross stood, stretching his shoulders.
Then let's finish it. 4. The Empire's Revenge. The Galactic Empire responded with overwhelming force. A fleet of 70 warships emerged near Jupiter, enough firepower to glass a planet. They positioned themselves like executioners, weapons humming with lethal energy. Lord Zirad himself oversaw the operation from the command flagship Black Horizon. Target Earth cities, Zirad ordered. No survivors. Humanity must learn obedience.
But before the order could be carried out,
a quiet notification chimed on Zirad's console.
Incoming transmission. Origin, Earth. He frowned.
Put it through.
The hologram flickered to life. And there he was. The human.
Nathan Cross.
Sitting casually in what looked like a small shuttle cockpit. Zirad sneered.
You are the one who killed my assassins.
Cross nodded.
They came to my home. That was a mistake. You cannot stop us, Zirad spat.
You are filth from a primitive world.
The Empire will erase Earth in minutes.
Cross smiled faintly. No, it won't. Why? Zirad mocked.
Because of you?
No, Cross replied. Because I'm not on Earth anymore.
The room erupted in confusion. Cross leaned closer.
You were watching Earth. But no one was watching you.
Zirad froze. A cold, primal dread crept into his chest.
Cross continued, voice soft.
You ever wonder what humans send into the dark? What we hide from the galaxy? What monsters we keep leashed? The lights on the bridge flickered.
Warning sirens began to blare. Zirad spun around.
Report. Unknown vessel, inside our perimeter. Inside? That's impossible. It bypassed all shields.
Zirad turned back to the hologram. Cross whispered. You wanted war. So let me show you what war looks like. 5. The Boogeyman Unleashed.
Outside the flagship, a sleek midnight black craft drifted silently between the Empire's warships.
It wasn't on sensors. It wasn't on thermal imaging. It barely existed.
This was the Spectre, Earth's most secret weapon, built for one pilot only.
Cross.
The craft flickered, cloaking field shimmering.
And then, it vanished completely. Zirad panicked.
Find him.
But the scanners showed nothing. Nothing. Until the dreadnought beside them exploded.
A single cut.
Clean. Precise.
As if carved open by a scalpel the size of a spaceship.
Cross's voice echoed again over comms. 1 down.
3 more ships detonated in synchronized bursts, cores ruptured, weapons silenced, hulls torn apart like paper.
He was destroying capital ships the way a surgeon removes tumors. Calmly. Methodically. Without emotion, the fleet descended into chaos.
"Retreat!" captains screamed. "He's inside the ships. We can't track him." Every time they fired, he was already gone. Every time they scanned, they found only ghosts. Every time they thought they cornered him, another ship died.
This wasn't battle.
This was execution. 6. The face of fear.
Within the flagship, emergency lights flashed. Crew members shouted. Systems collapsed like dominoes.
Zerad gripped the edges of his throne.
This cannot be real.
One man cannot do this.
But the universe didn't care what he believed.
A single metallic clunk echoed through the bridge.
A hatch slid open. Smoke drifted in. Footsteps followed.
Nathan Cross stepped onto the bridge wearing matte black armor, helmet under one arm, expression calm.
Guards fired. Cross moved. Not fast. Not frantic. Just, inevitably. Every shot missed. Every countershot struck home. In seconds, all guards were down. Cross approached Zerad.
"You sent assassins to Earth," Cross said quietly. "To kill our leaders.
To break our people."
Zerad trembled uncontrollably. "We didn't know. We didn't know humans possessed weapons like you."
Cross paused.
"I'm not a weapon."
Zerad blinked. Cross leaned close.
"I'm your consequence." And with a final gesture, he tapped a device on his wrist.
The flagship systems powered down.
Engines died. Weapons shut off.
Shields evaporated.
The Empire's once mighty fleet drifted, helpless, in the void.
7. Aftermath.
Hours later, a human diplomatic vessel arrived.
Not a warship. Not a conquering fleet. Just a small envoy craft broadcasting a single message. Stand down. Learn. Or try again.
And humanity will unleash him once more. The surviving Imperial captains surrendered immediately. In the following months, the Empire withdrew its claims on Earth.
They signed treaties.
They opened negotiations. Their aggression evaporated like mist under sunlight.
Because every species in the Empire now knew the truth. Earth was not weak. Humans were not prey.
And somewhere out there, the Boogeyman walked the stars.
8.
Epilogue. Back on Earth, Cross stood on a cliff overlooking the Pacific, the wind pushing salt into the air.
Commander Hale approached.
"You did good," she said.
He shrugged.
"They'll be back eventually."
"Maybe," she said. "But not soon. And not unprepared."
Cross watched a distant ship streak across the sky. "Let them try."
Hale smiled.
"You really believe you can take on the whole galaxy?"
Cross shook his head. "No."
"Humanity will."
He placed the helmet under his arm.
"I'm just the warning shot." And somewhere far beyond, in the dark between stars, the fractured remnants of the Empire whispered a new legend.
Do not go to Earth. Do not threaten humans. Do not summon the Boogeyman.
Because if you do,
he will come. And by then, it will already be too late.